FM, AM, digital and online.
This is Mike Naylor
On BBC Three Counties Radio.
Well, next on this programme today, we're going to find out what a record producer does, because it's rare for a woman to be based in a studio mixing records. But Hertfordshire's Lauren Deakin Davies is just 21 years of age, and she's forging quite a reputation as a producer after leaving school 4 years ago. She worked at Cream Room Sound Productions at 17 and joined the Music Producers Guild at the age of 19, the youngest full member. And now she's combining all of that with a solo career, having just released her debut single under the name DIDI. Well, Lauren's going to explain how she made that record, having produced many other young, fine local artists, including Kelly Oliver,
I'd walk miles to Tralee if I got it in my head.
Zoe Wren,
Well, I lost my mind, but from the moment I can find
Katie Ray,
it is, oh, and it is. It's wonderful.
Maz O'Connor,
Lord, make a man out of me. Lord, make a man out of me.
and Marina Florence.
Like his father before him and his grandfather too, he'll march to war to save.
Well, I met Lauren in her studio in Walkern. We were surrounded by 12 electric and acoustic guitars, a couple of bass guitars, 2 cellos, 3 keyboards, amplifiers, speakers, and a 40-inch computer screen where all the recording, editing and mixing is done. Built by her stepfather and known as the Den, it's like a summer house at the bottom of the garden.
That's why it's a weird shape, which serendipitously is great because none of the walls are parallel, which is perfect in a studio, so you don't have any standing waves where the waves are hitting each other. But originally this was meant to be like a pool house, so there's speakers all in the corners and there's like a little PA system down there and there was a strobe up there and there's a laser over there, so it really was meant to be a party place. And then I commandeered it basically to do rehearsals with my band and then slowly bought more and more of my stuff down until I was like, yeah, this is mine now.
Make me come alive. You make me come alive.
Lauren went to Freeman College in Buntingford in Herts. She played guitar and joined her first band, the Loud Wednesdays, when she was just 10. Then a ukulele outfit and a band called Delora.
I surprisingly didn't listen to that much music. I think what sparked me to write the sort of music I was writing is from playing guitar and connecting with the guitar-based stuff, but also not listening to a lot of music. I didn't like covering other people's music. That's why I always felt like I had to write my own music. I was in this band for a while and it had lots of amalgamations, and I left when I was about 13 and I joined another band with some girls from my school and we were like a ukulele folk band, and that was completely flip what I'd been doing beforehand, and that was the folk, and that was really great, and that was like a very good vessel to get me in certain places. And I was gigging a lot and had a lot of opportunities that I don't think a lot of 13 to 16-year-olds have, or being in the various studios we were in. And then it became Delora. Then we turned quite pop. So again, it was sort of like a twist again. And I was always playing guitar. You couldn't get me off guitar.
When you come over, we start the night so early. I just get drunk on your love anyway. When you come over, we start the night off so early. I just get drunk on your love anyway.
We ended up going to like Metropolis Studios and Universal Studios, and I was just that annoying person over the shoulder of the engineer going like, so what are you doing there? Like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, can you show me how to do that? And I think that was at the point where I was like, damn, I really love this. It's really good.
It's quite unusual for a female to think that way, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily to think that way. None of the other band members were as intrigued as I was about that. But I think I'm quite nerdy, so I like computers. I like knowing how things work.
So the role of the producer is really to get the best out of the artist that you're working for, to make them sound as good as possible. But in a sense, it's arranging the song. So whether to add drums, whether to add a bass, whether to have a mandolin or a piano or something. So you've got to have a really good creative imagination, haven't you?
Definitely. The role of producer has kind of changed over the years. Back when an original producer, it was someone who was basically the A&R. They made decisions and called things, but they didn't have to have a very good musical background. They just had to be opinionated, basically, and good at project management. As technology improved and stuff, the role of an engineer and the producer sort of merged until the definition of a producer is someone who can engineer, so knows how to make all the buttons work and everything like that, but also has all of the music creativity and songwriting skills skills and ability to play instruments that the producer has. So a high mix of different skills. I studied music tech at my school for A-level. That was partly because I didn't want to leave my school because of the band I was in, which is kind of sad. They didn't have like the best equipment there, so we kind of petitioned to have the course going, and they did. But what it meant was that the other schools had a lot better equipment, but we had a lot of older equipment, so I got inadvertently good foundation of analog gear and why things actually work, why you're recording them, how to make it sound good, which I think was really good.
I'm feeling such a happy song, just singing and laughing and playing my day along.
Lauren's most recent commission was to produce an album for the singer Kate Dimbleby, daughter of the broadcaster David Dimbleby. Now in her mid-40s, Kate has been making records since 1998 and has also written 2 stage shows about the singers Peggy Lee and Dory Previn. Her new album, Songbirds, is unusual in that there are no instruments on it. It's all a cappella.
I'm really lucky. I feel like in life there's lots of things that randomly happen in a certain line, as if the stars were aligned or whatever, to make things happen. I think this is Kate's 6th album that she's worked on, and all of the previous ones have been jazz. So for her to randomly coming to mine to do like an a cappella thing. My mum, who runs Folkstock Records, was at the BBC Radio 2 or something with Kelly, and Kate was on as well. And my mum and Kate got on really, really well. And then they followed each other online. And then mum saw that Kate had been posting these vocal loops with her looper pedal and was like, have you ever considered doing this as like an actual album? And she was like, oh, maybe. And then it sort of has sparked on from there, and then we got introduced and everything, and me and Kate got on really well, and we were like, let's do this. And that's kind of how it emerged, really, one of those random connections.
Harder than you think to write a song about walking. Harder than you think to walk in time. Harder than you think to write a song. Harder than you think to walk in time. Harder than you think to write a song about walking. Harder than you think to walk in time.
And do you play bits of a song over and over and over again, or get a musician to arrange it differently, or to sing it in a different key or a different tempo, and you're a real perfectionist?
Yeah, well, it depends on what's required of the project. So if an artist wants me to, I will get in there. I will be going on, just changing everything, asking why that's there, why is that there, did you put that there deliberately, you know, like going in like, have you thought of this, like really getting involved to try make the most of it. Because if someone is hiring me or wants to work with me, I want to do the best collaboration that we can. So I get really involved. Sometimes people just want like, this is my song, this is how I want it, can you just record this nicely? And that's also nice, because it's nice when an artist really knows their song and they're just conveying it to you. But I love working in the nitty gritty, getting down to a song. I don't put a time cap really on my days though, so I'm like, if we're really vibing it, like we will go on to 10 or, you know, like 11 or midnight or the next day, you know, just working. Because luckily where my studio is, the artist can stay over, so sometimes I have artists staying over for like a week and we're just booked out that whole week, and it's just like, we're going to work on this album.
Are you still learning then, do you think?
Oh yeah, oh my god, I'm way in over my head. The people I work with are insanely good. There's points where I'm just like, I can't believe I'm here. Like, I've tried very hard to get to the points that I'm at, but yeah, there's so much to learn. Like, at no point I ever think I would say that I know everything. I'm always looking for new projects and everything like that. The end of last year was insane because I finished 3 out. I don't even know how many albums I was doing. I was doing a lot, and then I've been recording non-stop since January, which is surprising because normally I don't get that much work in January, but everyone's really been on it. I'm looking for work, but I have got quite a few projects on as well as touring, because I'm a session guitarist, so I tour with other artists like Minnie Birch and Emma McGrath, and I've done stuff with Kelly Oliver and Rhiannon Meyer, like anyone who just wants me. I'm like, yeah, okay, I love playing.
Well, given that Lauren is so in demand as a producer, it was something of a surprise when last month she launched a solo career as DIDI. She's written some new songs, released one of them, a single called Sorry, and played a couple of live gigs.
I think a lot of people know me. I'm quite a person that likes things to be a particular way. I'm the kind of person that really organises something before it happens because I like it to work well. This genuinely is one of those things of like, oh my God, I've written a song I actually like. And then it was like, oh, I've written another one. And I was like, oh, I could like record this. And then I was like, oh gosh. And then literally within 2 weeks of when I wrote it, the song came out the 2 weeks after that. I don't know, I just really like it. I can't stop myself. It's one of those things where it's like, I have to do it. I can't not do it.
Take us through it, because in front of us here on your big screen is how you mixed it and how you built up the sound.
Yeah, I actually tried a really different approach with this. Normally I'm quite particular about how everything sounds, but I just wanted to do what sounded right. The song starts on this reverse part here. And that was actually an afterthought that I put in, because later on in the song it ends on that same chord. But I really liked it because it had a tremolo like modulation effect on it, so it goes like. So I put that in, and then you have these just like hard guitars that again have got like a flanger on them, because I was really going for like a stereo effect here. So you've got, it then drops into this. Which you get, and that's made up of 3 different guitar parts. So you've got this one just doing that, which is my guitar that I mic'd up through my broken amp to get like a really rough sound, and then I've got another one which is just a direct. And then I decided to put the bass amp through a guitar amp so that I could get a really like grungy sound, which is... The verses are completely different, so I completely stripped it and just took out all the distortion, everything, and just stripped it straight down to just... which consists of this guitar part. And then I overlaid it with this part. Which follows along with the vocals. Again, it's like quite a distorted sound, and then you have the vocals in, obviously. But the main thing that is completely different, that I just wanted to do something really different with, is the percussion in it. Because it doesn't have any drums, but it kind of does at the same time. And the way that I made all of these sounds, so there's this sound here, the kick drum. That was made by me hitting my desk. And all of the percussion in this, so there's like this build-up bit, which is a bit of a weird sound. That is the sound of me hitting my desk like that, and then going like and then slapping it. But I had cups on the table which had like different amounts of tea in them and stuff. So I picked the various things that I wanted to be on the desk. So I took my keyboard off, took my mouse off, put another cup on it, put like my headphones on the desk, so that when I was hitting the sounds, it made like this really specific sound. So when you hear it in context of the build up. So it builds up like that, and essentially that's the whole song. I wanted to try something different, and it was just really, really nice doing that, and getting the drums recorded like that was exactly the sound that I wanted them to be, which serendipitously came from me messing around with one of Alexa Mullen's tracks.
So BBC Three Counties Radio can now play the completed and fully mixed song Sorry by Hertfordshire singer-songwriter DIDI.
I'm so sorry for what this has become. It wasn't perfect, but that's no excuse for me to run. The morning's the hardest without your eyes dripping blue. And she says that we are happier apart, and that's obvious. And I lie and say we're happier apart. too much, for wanting you to love me too much, for wanting you to hug me too much.
BBC Three Counties Radio. How good is that? We're vibing it with the quite nerdy quote, Hertfordshire artist DIDI, D-I-D-I, not Dido on speed. And that record is called Sorry. It's available as a download through the usual outlets. And you can go to DIDI's own website, www.didimusic.co.uk, didimusic.co.uk. And she's on Twitter at I am DD Music. We'll hear more from Lauren Deakin Davies in a few minutes' time here on Mike Naylor's Music Mix. It's 1:30. So I hope you enjoyed that little feature on what it's like being a record producer. Quite extraordinary. It was great to meet Lauren in her studio den in Walken, just outside of Stevenage, on Wednesday night. And we played a couple of tracks by her former band called Delora. And weren't they great as well? You'll find those on YouTube, I think, as well. Really, really good songs. I really enjoyed digging them out as well. The Delora tracks we played were Sober, and the other one was called Come Alive. And also in that feature, we played you two tracks from the new album by Kate Dimbleby that Lauren Deakin Davies produced. And that is a stunning album. The album is called Songbirds, and the album gained 4-star reviews from the Times newspaper, from the Mail on Sunday, also praise from the Sunday Times, the Guardian and the Telegraph, plus high praise from the BBC introducing legend Tom Robinson. So if you get a chance to check out Kate Dimbleby, in her 40s, the daughter of the broadcaster David Dimbleby, it's the album called Songbirds, and no instruments on it, entirely her voice, layered by Lauren on that great album. Highly recommend it. Really enjoyed listening to it in the car this week. Good afternoon.